Hey everybody, it's Martin Williams here. All I really want is to help you lead your own life, control your own life. So we're going to talk about in this next series, You're Not Exempt. Write that down. Write it down on your head. Write it down on a pad, wherever you need to. On the mirror so you see it when you wake up and brushing your teeth. You are not exempt. You're not exempt from leading yourself. You're not exempt from leading yourself. What I want you to do is think about this. You have to lead yourself, or someone else will, something else will. You're going to be going back and forth with the emergencies in your life. You're simply going to be what they call rolling with the punches. Instead of setting your direction for yourself and going to the right place that you want to go, that you're called to go, that you desire to go. That's the most important thing in your life. So what I want you to do is make leading yourself a priority. Yes, I said a priority. You only have so much time. You only have so much energy. You only have so much flow that comes out of you, right? So you need to make you and leading yourself a priority. You can't give to someone else what you don't have. You can't teach others to lead if you don't know how to lead yourself. As a matter of fact, they're going to be looking at you in your life and determining whether they want to connect with you anyway. So now, make it a priority to prioritize your life. What does your life look like? What does your day look like? What things are you exempt from doing? What places are you exempt from going? What draws your attention? What do you allow to take those seconds out of your life? Because the one thing you cannot get back is your time. Make time management a priority. Decide who you'll meet with. Decide if you're going to delegate some opportunities. Decide which opportunities fit inside your range, right? Once you decide that you're going to lead yourself, you're going to have to say a full sentence, a sermon, and a book. And the title of the book is No. The title of the book is No. The title of the podcast is No. The title of the emoji is No, because no is a complete sentence. No means I've decided what I'm not going to do. I've decided who I'm not going to do it with. I've decided where I'm not going to go. The other name of that book, which is the most important, the second book is Yes. This is your yes book. In a second or a few seconds, you should be able to determine how you're going to spend your time, because you've already made the categories of where you're going to use it. Energy, focus, all of these things cost you. That's why you go to sleep at night. You sleep for 8 or so hours just to rejuvenate, just to get your brain back, just to get your energy back. Now that energy battery is going to go down over the next few hours, which you are awake. So how do you use your energy? Who do you use your energy with? Have you ever stopped each time in each day when you feel like your energy is being sifted? Your levels are going down. Your focuses are going down. Stop right then and make a mental note. Whatever I'm doing right now doesn't add to me. It takes from me. And I've got to pay attention to what is adding to me, what is taking from me. Now, I'm not saying, so I'm with my friend Joe or Bob, and now when I'm with Joe or Bob, my energy's going down. So now I X Joe or Bob off my list. That's not what I'm talking about. What are you talking about with Joe or Bob? Where are you with them? Are you really digging into that real relationship and getting it into the right place, the right conversation? If you're not, then you just change the conversation. You change your energy flow in that relationship. Yes, you can also decide who you want to spend time with. Yes, but I'm really talking about your energy levels. There are some things you do during the day that are going to bring up your energy. You might be tired physically, but emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, you're going to be built up. So make leading yourself a priority. Can't lead me until you lead you, right? Does that make sense? The next thing I want you to do is manage your thinking. There's a lot of stuff out there. A lot of people are talking about controlling your thinking. Let me tell you something right now. You can't control it. Your mind was made by a creator. Your mind's never going to shut down. It's always going to be creating through the night. Even while you sleep, your mind, your spirit never sleeps. Doesn't need sleep. It's always on task. It always knows what it's doing. So you can't control your thinking, but you can manage it. In other words, let me give you an example. If you're thinking something right now that is negative, you can't control that. And the more you try to control your thinking, the worse it's going to get. You can't control it, but you can manage it. Here's how to manage your thinking. If there's a bad thought in your head, in your mind, just make a decision to put a better thought in there. Keep injecting better thoughts. Do it intentionally. Bring a better thought in here. Don't say, oh, that's a stupid thought. That's bringing me down. Don't ever say that. Just add a positive one. Bring another positive one in. Every 7 seconds, bring another positive one in. Every 7 seconds, bring another positive one in. And before you know it, you have a minute of positive thoughts. You have 2 minutes of positive thoughts. You are now managing your thinking. Never curse a bad thought. You give it too much energy. Don't give energy to bad thoughts. Don't give energy to bad reckonings or omens or this weird stuff, right? No, just start think on the things you want. Write it down, please. Think on the things you want. The things you don't want, don't give it any thought. Bring in another thought. Here's a great story about leading yourself. A man went into a village and one of his sages was there, an older man, a man who was full of wisdom. And he asked the man, will you lead me? And the man said, sure, I will lead you. The next day, the older man got up to take a journey. He was going someplace. And the young student said, can I go with you? Will you lead me? He said, sure, if you want to go with me. They walked for hours. They walked for a couple of days. And finally, they're outside the city. They're walking on the countryside. And finally, he asked the old man, where are we going? He says, I am simply leading myself to a place where I can think. When they finally got to the place the old man wanted to go, it was a cave, dark, dank. He says, I'm going to stay here for 7 days so that I can rejuvenate, I can think, I can focus, I can meditate. The young man said, but I don't want to go here. He said, well, this is where I wanted to go. In other words, if you don't lead yourself, someone else will lead you to a place you don't want to go. You got to know exactly where you want to go. Pick the leaders who can take you there and get on board with those leaders. Here's the bottom line to this whole idea of leading yourself. You are a complex individual, but you're simple. You're mind, body, soul, and spirit, but you're really one person in one. All those things united get you to where you're designed to be, brings you into the right rooms, allows you to accomplish the right goals for you, right? Once you understand that you're complex but simple, you'll take upon yourself. You'll lead yourself. Your blame will go away. You won't have a problem with what anyone else is doing because it's none of your business, right? You'll allow people to go in and out of your life and in and out of whatever, and it won't bother you. You won't be up all night, right? You'll understand that by leading yourself, you can look at yourself and say, that happened, so now I'm going to change my view of it. Once you're living and leading yourself, life totally changes. A lot of information maybe. So it's really a good idea, as we're talking about this as always, just for you to take a moment, just to breathe it in. Take a moment and just soak this in, and take a moment just to meditate on what we've said here today about leading yourself. Because leading yourself is your responsibility. It's not anyone else's. This is not an outside job. This is an inside job. Take responsibility for this and you'll do great. Breathe that in, soak that thing up, and make a decision. I'm Martin Williams. I just want you to control your own life. Later.